It's your boy DJ Akademiks, and now this next story is kind of bizarre, but kind of understandable in a weird, twisted way. Now, they're saying that a 79-year-old grandmother in Alabama, they're saying she's with the shits. Now, if you don't know what that means, it means she's about that life. Now, pretty much, they're saying that on Sunday, she shot. I didn't fuck up. She shot her own grandnephew after they were arguing about a missing $20 bill. Now, her name is Ira Peterson. Now, apparently, this is how the story goes. She was arguing with her grandnephew, and she accused him of taking a $20 bill from her purse. Now, he denied it. He said, I didn't do it. The grandmother was pretty sure. She's like, no, you did do it. And now she's 79. She don't got time for all the fuckery and the coonery and the back and forth. So she said, all right, you still gonna lie? She pulled out a gun and said, yo, fuck nigga, hold these goddamn bullets. So she shot him in the leg. Now, she got arrested, actually. And she was charged with second-degree domestic violence charges, which I will say, man, this is kind of a light-ass charge for shooting somebody, right? Now, she actually bailed out the same day. Now, the whole point of this is because I saw the story and I was like, God damn, if she really just shot him over the 20, she's on some real savage granny shit. But I really think it's more than just over the 20. This is probably about the principle. And a lot of things you realize in life, it's about the principle. She's probably trying to teach him, listen, if I shoot you over the goddamn 20, don't go out there stealing a line of other people because they'll murk you over a fucking dollar. Now, it reminds me, and this is a quick story time, so it reminds me when I lived in Jamaica, and I lived in a rural neighborhood, rural area, not neighborhood, kind of. But anyway, basically, I didn't live in Kingston like every fuckboy that comes from Jamaica or claims they come from Jamaica say they do. Now, I lived in Clarendon, by the way. Now, pretty much there was a house or like a family that lived like a couple houses down, and they were housing someone who was their nephew that came from, coincidentally, Kingston. Now, the way how they ran their household is that, they would cook maybe 2 or 3 times a week, but they'll cook like a big dinner so you could eat for like 2 days afterwards, kind of put it in the fridge. But they had like, I guess they were like measuring the portions. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. However, this is what they did. So they would cook. The pot's on the stove, go get what you want, do what you want, you could get seconds, whatever the case is, but after that shit hit the motherfucking fridge, nobody's touching it till the next day. Now, apparently they started noticing a pattern that they would put the food up or put it back in the fridge, and every time they come back the next day, looked like somebody was double dipping in the motherfucking food. Now, they asked all their kids, like, yo, you guys eating late at night on some sneak shit? Everybody would say no. They even asked the nephew. They said, are you eating late night on some sneak shit? He said no. Now, basically, they tried to tell the kids and also the nephew, they say, yo, listen, it's not about the fucking food. We don't want anybody to be dishonest, or we don't want anybody to be quote unquote stealing. Now, nobody fessed up. This is what they did on some real shit. What they did one time is they put the food up, but they put fucking poison in it. And this is a true story. I promise you, this is a true story. They put poison in the food because they were determined to find out who the fuck is doing it. Basically, the nephew that came from Kingston or whatever, he turned up, he got real sick, and he ended up dying. This is true. I'm not even lying. This sounds like some wild shit, but this is Jamaica. Come on, now, pretty much he ended up dying, and they realized, oh, he's the motherfucker that was eating the food. Now, for them, I don't think they had that much remorse. I mean, I wasn't talking to them, but they ain't seem to have too much remorse because they were saying, you shouldn't have been lying. You shouldn't have been stealing. Now, for a lot of people who believe in old school traditional values, the 2 worst things you could be is a liar and a thief. So if you're doing both of those, they don't give a fuck about you. And I could imagine that this granny, Ira Peterson, in this story, she's thinking the same thing. You motherfuckers is over here stealing, and it's not about the 20. Just come out and say, yeah, I took it, I need it for something. But the fact you're gonna lie about it, motherfucker, I gotta shoot you just that you know that you shouldn't lie about shit that you could easily admit to, and then we could come to terms about it. So what do you guys think about this story, man? Have you lied about some nonsense and then get taught a lesson that you shouldn't probably lie? At least about that. Or you shouldn't at least steal. Get in the comment box, make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe to your boy DJ Akademiks. I'm out.